Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing about the mucoepidermoid carcinoma. So we have been discovering all different kind of benign and the malignant carcinomas, and today we have another malignant one, the mucoepidermoid one. So the mucoepidermoid carcinoma is the most common type of malignant salivary gland tumor. So you need to remember this. This is the most common one. This next common, or you can say the second most common, is your adenoid cystic carcinoma. But the first common one is your mucoepidermoid carcinoma. Now, if you break the term mucoepidermoid, it can be broken down into mucus secreting cells and the epidermoid cells. So you can say that if you break it from here, it is the mucus secreting cells and the epidermoid cells. And these are the two type of cells which are found in the basic histology of the mucoepidermoid carcinoma. Now, if you look, the parotid gland is the most common site. Like in every other malignant or benign tumor we studied, parotid gland is also affected here. But it can also affect your minor salivary glands also. The major and all the minor salivary glands are under the chances of getting this mucoepidermoid carcinoma, but common site is the parotid gland. Moving on to the clinical features, how you're going to clinicify the patient with this. So usually the females are affected aging from between 30 to 40 years. This is the only tumor which is also seen in young children of age 15 to 20 also, and below that, painless slow growing mass. In the initial times at the growing stage, it can be a very slow growing mass and a painless mass. By slow growing, always remember anything which is chronic, anything which is malignant is always slow growing. So initially it is very slow growing and painless. 5 centimeter is the diameter of this tumor. Cyst filled cavity with mucoid material. So the cyst is basically inside of it there is mucoid material which is filled. Then there is very closely resemblance to a mucocele. Now in the figure, if you see, this particular condition is the mucoepidermoid carcinoma, and this condition is a mucocele. Now if you see the picture, they are very much similar to each other in their appearance. Now the only difference is that always remember mucocele will only be present on the lip region, that too more prominently on the lower lip region. That is a characteristic feature of a mucocele. So if you see, it very much resembles the mucocele. Now in both the pictures, the color of the lesion is very much similar to the other surrounding tissues, but it can sometimes be bluish in color. There can be a bluish appearance of this mucocele as well as the mucoepidermoid carcinoma. Moving ahead, the high-grade malignancy can cause the tumor to grow very rapidly with pain. Definitely, as it is a malignant condition, pain will be there, but in the later stages when the situation is very, very severe. Ulceration and bleeding can also be seen because again, malignant condition. Facial nerve paralysis can be seen, which can further lead to situations like Bell's palsy. Now, if we come to the histopathology, there are majorly 3 types of cells which are making the mucoepidermoid carcinoma, as I just told you. The first is your mucus secreting cells and the epidermoid cells. I've already studied about these two. The extra cells which we see here are the intermediate cells, and occasionally, not every time, but occasionally, clear cells can also be seen in the histopathology. So if you see, there are 3 permanent cells which will be seen, and occasionally 1 additional cell can be seen. Now the mucus inside this cyst, if you see, these 3 cells are going to combine together and form a solid mass. And that solid mass inside it will be filled with the mucus, which can, on bursting or on oozing out, it can lead to some inflammatory reaction. If you see the histopathological diagram, this is the solid mass which I was talking about. And here if you see, these cells here, the round small cells, are your epidermoid cell. And these large cells here are the mucus secreting cells. They are all containing mucus inside it. Coming to the grades, on the basis of severity, it can be in 3 grades, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Grade 3 obviously the most severe one. Coming to the last part of the disease or of the tumor, that is the treatment. Now how can you treat this? Like every other tumor, you are going to treat this with surgical excision, but you have to preserve the cystic nerve here. If this video helped you, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much.